Why hello there, fellow prospectors, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus, Volcanic, Prometheus. Episode 8, a daring rescue mission and a tomato. There is, if you're wondering, a bunch of forking paths in here. But here we are, in the grassy plains. It is now only 26 Celsius out, so, I'm not super melting. Plus, oh god, eyes, my eyes. Okay, they all teleported me. Sweet. I got the full pork pack. Oh, no, that's not true. Medic Sloan's still in the volcano somewhere. But we're heading down to go rescue Daisy. Yeah, the real advantage of thatched here is, outside of the rules I have self-imposed, it's really easy to resource gather for thatch. So, ramps on demand, real easy to supply with thatch around. You know, if you, because it's just a few swipes of a sickle and you basically have a ramp. No workstation required. That's also true of the wood ones too. All of the tier 1, so the dirt foundations, the wood building, you know. You can all make everything tier 1 on the fly, which is convenient. Alright, I know I'm going to need a ramp back up later on. That's climbable at least. And center of I-5 is how to get back up. Whoa! Oh, Jesus. Falling on my head. Freaking me out. Health-wise, everyone's fine. I am losing daylight, but I'm not too worried about that. I did bring 2 lanterns. And, as any gamer knows, escort quests can be really annoying, and this is no exception. So this is an escort quest. Oh, Moa. Well, I might as well kill my first Moa. But, as per the rules, I cannot resource... Oh, my arrow broke. I was gonna skin it if I couldn't find my arrow, but it definitely broke. What map is this? Prometheus. I'm in the grassy plains of Prometheus. I am not going to want to outpace my hogs too much. Because, I want them near me for, like, my own protection. It's also worth noting, the grassy plains are way easier of a biome compared to the volcanic basalt expansion. So, it's easier, but, like, I mean, you can fall and die, you can get ambushed. There are still things like Drax in this biome. So, I need to pace myself to not outrun the hogs too much. But we're getting pretty close to where Daisy's last known location is, which is good. And the weather tracker is on my side up top. As you can see, it's green, which means I'm not going to have any, like, supercell storms. Which is really, really nice to know. JD leveled up. So, I'm going to put a point in health regeneration to work towards tough as leather. For extra melee resistance. Make them into little tanks. Oh, they killed something. I don't know what. But I just got experience for it. Come on, guys, hurry up. That's one disadvantage. Like, personally, I kind of like wolves or snow wolves over boars because they're faster. Base speed is faster. And they also have, like, better endless hunger, but there are no wolves native to the volcanic biome, so it's not an option for me to tame. Come on. There they are. So we have to find an animal named Daisy. Thanks, guys. Yep, you're really on the dot there. Morons. They're like, we're coming to defend you! We're gonna lunge at corpses! Okay. I guess. Oh, Slotus leveled up too. Cool. They're gonna need food sooner or later, but I'm gonna focus on the quest at hand. So we are getting Drac attacked here. There's Dracs piling up around us. And Daisy is somewhere out here needing our help. Come on, Lazy Daisy, where are you? Okay. Bluebacks don't gallop like that, so I know that's not Daisy. I hear Drax over that way. Oh, yes, I could have just looked at the marker here. Daisy. You are going to get claim ownership. I'm going to name you Daisy. And I'm going to give you strong back working towards nurtured recovery. And you should follow me. So Daisy is a non-combat pet. And I need to escort Daisy to the bottom of J8. And needless to say, we are gonna come under attack. Constant attack. Oh, and a windstorm? Okay. Screw me. Daisy, are you moving? Yo, Daisy. What the heck is going on? Follow. Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm a moron. But this is why I wanted the hogs, because Dracs are gonna just, like, swarm us. But my hogs will keep Daisy safe. So, let's start running south. Hey, girl. And Daisy is unique in that because she's involved in a quest, she, like, doesn't need food and water. So I don't need to worry about her in that way. Yeah, you can see the hogs just absolutely going hog wild on these Dracs. You would not want to have to do this escort quest without pets. It would be, unless you had, like, really good weapons or something. Because it would be pretty annoying to have to face down an onslaught of Dracs. There goes another one. And that's why I'm not walking ahead of the hogs. I'm, like, waiting for them. Alright, water for me, food for me. A little ahead. Bye. This is like a tier 1 windstorm or whatever. I'm not too worried about health loss due to the storm. I got like 100 meat on me, almost. Alright, we should be running straight south from here, roughly. Oh, I think they just killed another Drac. I'm going to make sure... Oh, Daisy leveled up a few times. So, Daisy, I want you to get tough as leather, tough as leather. And then I want to make sure I'm handing out pets to all of them for shared XP. So that they're all leveling up good. Maybe I'll try to level them up later. I think the amount of time it would take for me to assign points is not worth it at the moment, as they all have like their super leech life abilities right now. That's the vast majority of the equation to have good combat pets, is that they do a lot of melee damage and that they leech like crazy. As you can see, that Drac just got annihilated. Alright, there's a bit of a cliff there, so I'm going to want to go a little to the west. Because, oh, there goes another Drac. The other thing is, in this biome, oh, shoot, falling trees. Yeah, let's get away. Oh, okay, alright, alright. Let's not let that land on us. In this biome, the hogs don't have the overheating penalties, so that they don't have a DPS disadvantage. Watch out, Daisy. It's getting crazy. Okay, I do have some escorts here, but not all of them. There goes another Drac. Now Daisy has tough as leather maxed, and then there's another thick hide up here, which I'll get next. Basically turning her into a little mini tank. But because she's a passive animal, she can't be used for combat. She is not a mount. Oh, so we have a river here. We should stay to the west of the river. Get the Drac, guys. Splat. I got that one. This is giving you a new appreciation for pets, especially as a solo player.
Your sample has grown to an acceptable maturity and is ready for processing. Please place it in the OES pod for retrieval.
So the tomato is ripened. I might not get back to it before it dies. And if that is indeed the case, it's fine. I'll just plant another one. Who are we missing? No one. Good. How's it going, Daisy? You leveled up again? She hasn't even been touched yet. Just because slow and steady. You know, I've been going slow and steady. I've got 4 little murder hogs around me, and nothing can even get close to being a true threat to us. And yeah, just to answer you, JD, I would say the hogs aren't even the best melee pets. I think the wolves are stronger. The advantage of the hogs is they do have Thump Thump, which is, which intermixing them with other pets has a net benefit, because Thump Thump at max level, oh, well, run it, gives them a percent chance to, an 80% chance to debuff the enemies. There you go, now you're 55% melee resistance. Nice. And one of the reasons why I took this quest on, knowing what it was, is I knew that there was going to be a lot of combat opportunities for me to level up and for the pets to level up. So now all the pets are like about halfway to max. Max is 25 for hogs. different animals have different max levels, so mounts typically level up higher than pets. So they're a longer term investment, in other words. But the disadvantage of the mounts is mounts don't have the same ability to self-heal. So they will require rest, protection via a base, food to heal better. Not just like meat I hand over, but like actual animal feed. That's what is fundamentally required for healing mounts compared to combat pets. Did you level up again? You did. Okay, cool. Well, we got a little stalker here. Not anymore. I'm surprised I landed that. I thought I was going to hit the hog. Ow. Serves you right. So, this quest has me heading over to the base and looting the base. As per the rules, I cannot break down the base for resources or break down the deployables for resources or take the deployables for that matter, but the loose loot in boxes and whatnot is fair game. If you needed help interpreting the rules, because we're almost there. It's just ahead. But I would say, like, the total head count, I've probably had to kill, I don't know, 50 Drax so far. Like, that's what the hogs have been taken out. Maybe not 50, but, like, easily a dozen or two. More than a dozen. They remind you of the Hellhounds from Ghostbusters? Yeah, they do. Man, I hadn't thought of that. But you're right. They really do resemble Hellhounds.
Good work, Prospector. The injured contractor would be greatly relieved that Daisy made it back home, had they not died horribly from their wounds before I could inform them of your success. You may gather any supplies left on this property for your own use. Daisy will also need a new home. Please return to your previous objective and place the sample in the OES pod when ready.
Okay, so Daisy's owner died, meaning that Daisy is mine. So, giveaway for Daisy. Your raffle timer's up. I have just fed all of the hogs. I'm going to level them up. Let's go for Thump Thump. Issue a new wave of pets. I'm not too worried about their water. And we can loot the base and then head back. So here's their base. This is what Scortia looks like. This is a Scortia base with like wooden doors. So there is an obsidian pickaxe, bone knife, bone, and bone javelin for us to loot, which is like the pickaxe is fine. And then on the bench here is some like random junk. Not too important, and that's all that we are allowed to grab. So now for the return trip. So I'm first going to move to this location and then north to here, I-5. And if, with any luck, the tomato still exists and hasn't wilted. I'm sure it has wilted, though. But I can move a little bit faster. Because I think the waves of Drac attacks end now. Like, it's not a wave survival like it was before. Yeah, it is a nice cabin. You know what? Let's sling some jabs. If I see an opportunity. Look at all the dead Dracs. It's like just follow the breadcrumb of dead Dracs on the way home. If not for the rules, could you move into the base if you wanted? Yeah. In fact, did that... I'm gonna run back to the base. I think it has a beacon. And I don't want the beacon broadcasting the base's location forever. So I'm gonna pick up the beacon and dump it on the ground. Because it's... As per the rules, I'm not allowed to loot it. But, like, I don't want to have to stare at a beacon transmitting in that spot forever. That'd be annoying. And I forgot to do that. Thunk. And I'm level 20. Which means... Tier 3. I'm gonna do the talent points later. Oh, hold up. No! Bleeding. And this is why I brought extra fiber, because I figured I would get bleeds. So, let's make 3 more bandages. And also why I, like, cut down so many of the, fibrous plants on the way over, because, one of the challenges of this run is I can't loot or resource exploit anything, which means I have to bring everything. So where's this stupid, beacon? I don't actually physically see a beacon. Is it just tagged for the quest? It might be. Because the center of the beacon is like here. So I'm going to assume the marker goes away once I'm done. Because I don't want to have to look at that map marker forever. That'd be annoying. Talents. More HP. And other talents. So I'm kind of done with the resources talents. I'm going to get more HP there too. So now I'm super tanky. Feels weird not taking the transmitter? Yes. Now, if I have any, like, abandoned base quests that is within the volcanic biome, for simple quests, I will take transmitters. I'm just not allowed to take transmitters unless they're, like, directly part of a quest. So there'll be plenty of campaign operations where it's like, put down a beacon, or wherever. And in those cases, yeah, I'm obviously going to interact with it, because it's part of the quest. Alright, Daisy. Your name is Nabla. I'll name you later. I'm not going to run backwards and do that right now. So the good news is we hit tier 3, which is the machining tier, the biofuel tier, if you will, which includes plumbing. Oops, nope, go this way. And then also includes, like, mining, deep mining, exotics mining. Whether I invest in it or not, I think my primary goal for tier 3 is to get iron farm plots, because they don't cost wood and they can be plumbed. Get a bunch of iron farm plots and start farming up. Oh, you jerk and a half. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't need that. That was a... Oops. Oh, well, whatever. I'll make another one. I think that was just, like a bleed damage that they inflicted, and not a deep wound. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't look at it close enough. Well, you got chunked. Javelins do a lot of damage. It's actually not an unreasonable thing for me to invest points in. For like, opening stealth attacks on strong targets. Just to obliterate them. Because I've heavily invested my talents into the javelin, or the spear tree. And javelins are just thrown spears. So it would be a good way to do heavy damage openers. They're just a little bit harder to throw long distance. It would require more sneaking. And my my pets are just annihilating everything on the way out. So now I'm gonna path here to that marker. So the plan is to snake back this way, which is the way I came. Because there's multiple plateau levels, and I don't want to go to the highest one because I don't have ramps or anything for that. Yeah, at least I could find the javelins easier. And in fact, there's a where is it? There's a talent point to highlight them, I think. Maybe it's maybe I'm wrong. There is maybe it's a attachment. But that's another thing that I open up with Tier 3. So Tier 3, what's really important to me is like the iron farm plots and the attachment bench, which allows me to modify my own gear. One of the big things that I could add is like plating, so that my melee damage goes up as well. The other advantage of the javelins over the bow is my armor bonus applies this talent of the 20% melee resistance with a spear equipped. The javelins are spears. So, with a ranged weapon out, I still have high armor. Nope. Oh my god. Did the other one break? Whatever. Hi, Daisy. No, you got hurt. Something attacked you. Oh, also it's worth noting, bluebacks have a lowered poison resistance. I know my overlay's covering it. A lowered poison resistance, so poison is bad for them. I mean, it's bad for everyone, but they're more susceptible to it. All creatures have, like, different resistances, and part of the game is to kill enough of them and get bestiary data to figure out their weaknesses. Because, and this is especially true of bosses, when you fight bosses, it makes sense to exploit their weaknesses. So if they're, like, weak to frost, use frost damage. If they're weak to fire, use fire damage, so on and so forth. Alright, now at this point, we are moving up there. You wonder what will happen when they do the genetic animal husbandry? Yeah, I'm curious about that update too. Because as it is now, importing animals with exotics and ren, like sheep and cows and chickens, is great if you want eggs and milk. But there's not a lot of other reason to do it. But with animal husbandry, maybe there will be, which would be cool. Yeah, to make your own apex level pet or something like that. Because you can bring down, like, dogs, like Leica. Delthane, thank you for the resub. Oh boy, I am so ahead of them. Luckily, at least I can defend myself. I'm not, if I get attacked, I'll probably win. I didn't bring a hammer, did I? I'm a dummy. Because the windstorm has destroyed this platform, which actually isn't necessary. I can jump up without it. But I can't refund that because I don't have the tool to repair it. Oh well. I mean, it's a successful quest all the same. Could be worse. I could have died. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Daisy, Jesus. Or, rather, you're not Daisy anymore. Nabla. So Nabla can either follow, wander, stay, or lie down. They are not a non-combat pet, which means they follow like a different set of rules for what they do, what they can eat, etc. But unfortunately, despite the fact that they're like classified as a mount, I can't actually equip a saddle to them. And you got yourself wounded. Handing out new pets. Do I have all of them? Am I missing one? They're all here. This petting might seem like I'm being nice to them, but the shared XP helps to level them up a lot more. So that's why I take the time to do it. And despite the fact that it was like overly abundantly supplied for this, I'm still down to like a quarter oxygen bladder. I haven't gotten home yet, and like nearly out of water. Granted, I don't have any more potable water on me. I only have water for the pets, which is not to be drank by me. I suppose if you had a lot of... Oh, that's a jaguar. Let's kill that. I suppose if you had a lot of healing items and you were like dehydrated to death, it might make sense to drink the sulfuric water. And the sulfuric water, I don't know exactly what the chances are, but you can either get dysentery or stomach flu, and stomach flu is what super kills you. Stomach flu dot damages you, so that you are dotted to death. Whereas dysentery is like annoying, but like probably not fatal. Alright, back to the volcano. Now, who wants to take bets on whether the tomato will still be there? I'm thinking it won't, but suppose time will tell. Oh, I went the wrong way. There are some side caves with, like, extra stuff to mine. And then there are forking paths that re-merge. So, like, I'm taking a slightly different path than I took out. Which means I'm going to want a ramp. Hello. Yo, don't get yourself on fire, pal. You have 74% health. I don't want a dead Nabla on my conscience. Am I still going? Yeah, I'm still going the right way. I see the light. Okay, home is here-ish. Well, I guess you found yourself the lava, huh? Enjoy that, pal. Don't get close to me. You stay over there. Let's practice some social distancing, huh? So one of the issues that you're going to find is if your pets are set to follow, they cluster together really tightly, and then they will continually set each other on fire sometimes. So if that ever happens... clay. Oh, interesting. If that ever happens, you may want to consider setting them to wander so that they can, like, put each other... like, to actually stop re-sparking the fire between them. So once I get back to base, I'm gonna hopefully complete the expedition nomad quest, and I don't think I have this one marked down. That looks like oxide. Oh yeah! Ha-ha! Oh, thank God. And then I'll have the Wren to be able to import some dirt. Normally, you could just use a shovel and dig dirt, but there's no dirt in the volcanic biome. So you have to buy it from Orbital Exchange, from Sinatao, basically, which is like China Corp. Timu Dirt, or Alibaba Dirt. Come on, roll out, porkies. We're almost there. I just left the cave on your Xbox. There's that much lag? Holy heck. What I do find interesting is that Daisy is like faster than the hogs, which is a little dangerous. Not that I'm gonna have her typically follow me, but it's dangerous because like she can't really defend herself. But she's outpacing her guardians. I guess, except for me. She's not outpacing me. And now that I'm back in home territory, I can actually harvest stuff. Woohoo! Yeah, instead of being a dirt poor farmer, I'm just a poor farmer. Exactly. I don't even have the dirt to call myself poor. I'm a poor, clean farmer. The other thing is the quest crop plot that I got for growing the tomato, which actually seems to be alive over there, which is insane. I can plant with, you know, something other that would be useful. Holy hell! I really did get tomatoes from that? Okay. Daisy just died. Well. Yeah, maybe don't do that. Or, no, I should say Nobla just died. All that work. Rest in pieces. Fortunately, I had mentioned they're virtually useless as a pet, but with that said, I would not want for them to go out like that. Okay, sulfur water. Offered. The hogs are just drinking from the... Okay, let's empty. They're just drinking from the pond, which is fine. Once they get thirsty enough, they'll just do that. So this water is clean water. And done. All right, let's put everything away and then deliver the tomatoes. No, you don't. You're fine. You can chill. So I could make like tomato soup or fried tomatoes. Obviously, I'm going to use some tomatoes for the quest itself, so I don't intend to consume them that way, because the quest was to grow tomatoes here. This is totally full on it. Take some of the bone out. Got out a lot of bone. Good. Epoxy galore. Okay. Let's deliver those tomatoes and cash in. They only want, what, one? So you only get, oh, you only get one.
Not sure if this has been brought up before, but we have a new way of doing things now. Senatai have come up with a fancy new way of shipping your exotic hauls off-world. They're calling it the Orbital Exchange System, OES. Abandoning all your planet-side tech is a thing of the past, if you prefer. Chuck them in the pod, and it drops it all off at the station. Pretty cool, huh? It's free for now, while they're still testing the pods. Who knows how much cash they'll rake in from this later. It works in reverse, too. Say you want to order some shiny new gear from the world. Well, that about covers it. Your next few missions will be delivered from the disembodied robot voice until you get back to UDA level. Everyone out here is starting from scratch. Gotta prove your mettle. I'll see you in a bit. Try not to die out here.
Thank you for tuning in to Icarus, Volcanic Prometheus, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow prospectors.